Okay, guys, we're going to try this again. And hopefully this time my computer won't eat it. Uh, anyway, there have been all kinds of fun technology challenged moments trying to get this filmed. So, welcome to the December Huckster Hop drop sale. My name is Nancy. I'm from this overstuffed house. As you can see behind me, it is definitely overstuffed. This is what happens when you inherit from several people who were collectors, and it's all now in your house. I will be your biggest moral support if you are going through the same thing, or if you're downsizing parents, or you have your own collection of stuff that you are just trying to get through. We work on it all together. I do live sales on Thursday nights. I usually alternate. Some Thursdays are just a live chat. There's occasionally work with me's on Sunday, and we all come and have fun. Now, I have a few things for you today that is quite an eclectic mix because I can have stuff from the Civil War era all the way down to the year 2000s. I have an eBay, an Etsy, and a YouTube channel and Instagram. Everything is the same name, all one word, This Overstuffed House. I will need your will need, if you are new to me buying tonight, I will need you to email me your name, your address, and your PayPal name if it's different from your YouTube name. Now, shipping is not included with these items, but I do use Pirate Ship to try to keep the costs down for you. Now, we're going to do this kind of as a speed run because now it's 6 o'clock and this is the fifth time I am filming this, and it's supposed to be live at 6:30. So let's get going. I swear, Patrick, every time I do a huckster one, I'm cursed because stuff happens. And this time the computer just vanished with the recording from StreamYard. So this is going to be fun because doing it this way means that every little number I put up for you is going to be backwards. So please pay attention to the numbers. I have for you tonight, I have a pair of vintage salt and pepper shakers. Now you can see these are plastic, but you can see where they have turned a little color. I think because this is how they look in one direction. If you turn them over, they're nice and silver on the other. So I suspect these were left out on a kitchen shelf where the dirt and dust, and these have been washed, but that discoloring just doesn't want to come out. There's no maker's name. I could not find one. It's got great little wheels, little studs. Now they do. Now you can see they both nice and shiny on that side, not so shiny on that side. So, and you have the holes. Now these open so simply. Unscrew. They unscrew to open them up. They're so cool. Just so very different from anything I've seen. There was once a huge salt and pepper shaker collection in the family. This is probably one of their remnants of that. So these are, I lost my list. So this set is $5. It's $5 number 55. $5 number 55. And we're now, like I said, I do have quite the eclectic mix. One of the things I have often is a lot of ephemera of various types. For you tonight, I have a couple little things of ephemera. Now, this is a very small lot of ephemera. They all say sweetheart. This one was hand drawn by my mother. These are all from the late 40s, early 50s, because I did finally find the key and get into her theater chest. So you have this one, which, what do you mean unhandled exception? Go away. You have this one, which I love the inside of this. Look at the inside. Such a nice spread in there. But you also get this one and this one. And they have flowers and little birds and things inside as well. Nice musical note. And so these are from before they were married. So these are from before 1948. And this little lot is just $5. $5, number 60. Now, one of the things I find a lot of, my mother used to be a professional seamstress. We used to do a lot of crafts, is I find a lot of craft supplies. In the past, I've actually had sales of my own that were nothing but craft supplies. So I thought I'd throw one or two things of that in the mix. Remember the 90s when putting transfers on your clothing was such a big craft thing? This is called Garden Helper. Isn't that adorable? Absolutely adorable angel who's there to help. Now, this is put out by Fashion Art by Dimensions. Dimensions is well known for doing tons of embroidery kits, needlepoint kits, craft kits. But this one is from the early 90s. It's never been used and just waiting to be on a shirt. Nice part of these, you can also make really cool looking pillows by putting it on the piece of fabric and then sewing the pillow together according to whatever size you need for the transfer. So this is such a cool find. This one is just $5. This is $5, number 28. I have a wonderful plate. Now, in the corner of the image, it says Angelica Kaufman, who must have been the artist who did the transfer. But there's our transfer. Look at this lovely, lovely flow blue edge. Absolutely wonderful flow blue edge. Now, there is a lot of crazing. You can kind of see it there. There's a lot of crazing to this, but there's no chips around the edge or anything. Now, there is some kind of mark right there, but it's so faint that even with a jeweler's loop, I just was not able to see it. But this is such a wonderful vintage plate. I remember this being at my great grandparents' house. So that was also my great aunt's house. So I have no idea exactly how old it is, but this is $12 for this wonderful plate, and it's number 66. Now I have some cowboy things. I have this lovely little vintage guy. This is a photograph. And then this, I think, was an advertisement because you can see where there's two staples and there's the remains of a sticker there. So it may have been originally a thermometer, and then they just took this off. The thermometer's still in there. And then there's this wonderful picture, which I think is one of my great aunt's cousins from her husband's side back in the day. And he's on his pony, he's got his little neckerchief on and his hat, and he's just absolutely adorable. And this is $8, $8, number 74. I also have a Roy Rogers set. Now, this is the set from the 40s by Rodeo. Where's my camera? Rodeo by Universal. Oven proof, union made USA. There's also crazing on this. And you can see there's some odd thing there where it's not scratched up, but it's just there's no sign that the transfer ever was there. So I think that's a manufacturer's flaw. But look at trigger is there. Looks very good. There's not a lot of scratching now. There is a very faint line which looks like, if I can get the light to get it right here, there's a very, very faint line that does correspond to here on the back. So there's the beginnings of a hairline crack there, but you get more than just the bowl. You get, and that's the same as on the bowl to make it look like rope. But there's our boy, there's our cowboy, there's Roy Rogers. You get the mug that comes with it. They did reissue this in the 1950s, but the mug is not the same. The mug is very different for the 1950s set. But the image of Trigger, him riding Trigger, is the same in the bowl and in the plate. But I just have the earlier 1940s ones, I think, of the bowl and the mug. And that is $12 for that set, and it is number 44. $12, number 44. Now, I have another little vintage crafty thing. I do have the original bag, but it's kind of fallen apart. So I have the label, Baby Gay Baby Shoes. It's a kit. It's a wonderful vintage kit. You have the little parts for the feet, and you have the ribbon, but you have all these really cute wool parts that make up the baby shoe. It found it in the cedar chest. I don't know which one of us kids it was meant for. Now, there is a little bit of silverfish or moth damage here. It doesn't go all the way through, but you can see where they've taken some of the felting off the top of the wool. Beautiful little yellow set. It's all there. The original label is there. And so that it says size 1. That little crafty kit is all together, and that will be $7 for that kit. It will be $7 and is number 65. $7, number 65. I because sometimes we find vintage toys around here. I have a 1965. Well, actually, I think he's a little later because he says copyright 1965, but then it says copyright for Canada 1968. I believe it was mine when I was a little one. It is an early Fisher Price Little Snoopy, has his name on the back. Now he does still have his original noisemaker. He is missing, you can see the staple, the heavy duty staple right there, that would have held a string with a shoe on it and the string to pull him. But he is, look at that face, is so cute. Now you can see that there are some wrinkles to the paper, mostly that one on the back of his head. You can see that's his tail is still original. He's got a wrinkle line right there. All his information's right there. And he is missing this little piece of paper here, but he is an earlier one. His ears are wood. His ears are wood, which is from the earlier ones, because later ones they made the ears out of plastic. And um, so but those are wood, and he is absolutely adorable. I used to decorate with vintage Fisher Price toys. Um, I'd sit them on the shelves and things and have them just as fun decorations for the summertime. Childhood summer is a time for the kids, and I used to have them. So I'm ready to send him to a lovely new home. And little Snoopy is $10, and he is number 14. $10, number 14. I also have this lovely little thing. Now, this came from Iran when my brother was stationed over there during Vietnam. He was stationed on a relay point on the Iranian border. It's all handmade brass, and there's a rose in here, and you can actually see the line marks of, because the brass was different colors, different shades, for the three pieces that make the base. Now, this is about, with that there, this is about 8 inches tall, but this is from Iran, and it is a lovely piece for holding a pillar candle. You put the spike up inside the wax. The tip is that you heat this a little bit first and then stick the candle on. And this is such a great little thing. And this is $10. And this is number 85. $10, number 85. I wanted to get this little beauty up. Isn't this adorable? Now, this was made so that you could hang it on the wall and have it looking down on you. That is not a chip. It was actually made like that. Now, there's part of a label there, but I can't really tell if this was Lipper and Man or if this was a Lefton. It has two different numbers. It has numbers on the paw and numbers on the tummy. The numbers on the paw are T1095, but the number on the tummy is T1416. The whole thing is about 7, maybe 8 inches long. Absolutely adorable. Look at that face, is so, so cute. and it is in great shape. There's no chips, there's no cracks. Now there's little black mark there and a little black mark right there, which are under the satin finish. So I believe that just was a mistake of the artist who painted the face. And so that is just absolutely adorable vintage cat. And the vintage kitten is $12 and is number 42. $12, number 42 there. Um, I have, what else did I have? I completely forgot now. So we'll make this the last because I need to make sure this uploads in time. And this way, it also gives you a bit of a break to stretch your legs, get a cup of tea, get a cup of coffee, use the restroom before you go to Vintage Vinny, who's the next one on the list who starts at 7 p.m. This is a plastic canvas needlepoint tissue holder. Now, I love the little girl. Look, she's on two sides, but then there's a little girl on the other side. Absolutely adorable. Got the hole for it, all handmade. Um, there are times, like I said, there's a lot of craft stuff in this house, like stuff from my grandmother, from my mother, from me. And this one is one my mother had made a long time ago. It's absolutely adorable and was in the craft sale stuff. So it's never been used. And this one is $6 and number 75. Now, I'm gonna go because this needs to do whatever to end up going live correctly at the right time, and it's already 6:19. This is, as I said, the fifth attempt. Some of you, the last time I tried doing this using YouTube, it showed up as a live. So Tia Fane and Kathy Wiseman, hi again. And then I did it again on StreamYard. Well, StreamYard made me download it as two separate files, an audio and a recording, and then the computer ate them. I can't figure out where it put them. So it's been a day. So my night owls, love you. I will see you at 11 p.m. tonight because that's usually when I'm live for my live sales. I alternate those every other week usually. And so have a good time tonight. I hope you are all enjoying the shop hop. There's some wonderful channels on it tonight. But make sure you go to Vintage Vinny next and see him. He starts at 7 o'clock. And I'm sorry for the rush of this, but if you know me, you'll find out my life is never boring because it's never straightforward. Just seems that way. Tonight was no exception. Have fun. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. And happy have a wonderful holiday for whichever is the holiday you observe at the end of the year. Good night, all.